Hey girls, so today we're going to do this super easy eye look. It's a natural everyday look, so if you want to learn how, keep on watching.
You always want to start with your primer. This is Silk. You're going to apply it in a downward motion, and it's just going to allow your foundation to go on much smoother and get a more even application. So you apply it in a downward motion, and I carry it all the way onto my neck. Next, I'm going to take a little Advanced Anti-Aging Make Sense foundation in the color Ivory. And then I mix a little bit of our pearlizer in there just to give me a bit of a glow. If you prefer a more matte look, you can just skip that. And then just mix it together, and you're going to take a damp beauty blender and blend it all over your face. I do like a patting motion, which just kind of presses the foundation into your skin and gives you a really flawless finish. So just blend that all over your face. I cut a bit of this out so you don't have to watch all jillion years of me blending it onto my face. Next, we're going to use Mocha Java's Shadow Sense to apply our contour. So I just apply that right on to the underside of my cheekbone and then buff it out with a Real Techniques buffing brush and just keep blending that until it's really pretty and buffed. Then you're going to do the same thing to the other side, and if you're a goober like me, you're going to blend it too far down, so just wipe it with your finger to clean it up. And then I'm going to use a leftover foundation from my beauty blender and just clean up the underside if you carry it too low onto your cheek. And then apply some to the temple and blend that out. Blend it really well into your hairline so you don't have a weird white like temple. And just blend until it looks beautiful. And if you feel like it's a little too harsh, you can go back in with your damp beauty blender and just kind of, soften it a little bit. Yay, it looks perfect, kind of. Next, we're going to do our nose. So you just want to use a little bit and then just a eyeshadow brush, and I blend it onto my nose, and I'm softening the edge so that's not super duper harsh. Apply it a little bit to the underside of your nose, and then the same thing on the other side of your bridge. Apply just a little bit and then blend it all the way up. I like to blend it to my eyebrows because, I don't know, that's just how I do it. Then I go back in with my Real Techniques buffing brush and just kind of soften the edges of the contour on my nose. Then we're going to do some highlights. So I'm using the color Sandstone Pearl Shimmer. This is our Shadow Sense. And I just apply it a little bit on my forehead and down onto the bridge of my nose, and I blend that out with my finger. So once it's good and blended, you're going to attempt to do your cheekbone highlight and realize you haven't done your blush yet. So this is Mulberry Shadow Sense, and I'm using a Real Techniques stippling brush, and I apply that mostly to the apples of my cheek, and then I just kind of blend it a little bit towards my hairline. Once that's good and blended, we're going to go in with our Candlelight Shadow Sense. It's a really pretty peachy color, and I just use that to cancel out the blue kind of vein and dark color under my eyes. So I use my ring finger because that's the most gentle finger, and just kind of blend that into the under of my eye. Once that looks pretty, we can go in with our Sandstone Pearl and do our cheek highlight now. So apply a little bit just above where we did the blush, and then blend that out with your finger. And then this side I used way too much, so just kind of take some of that excess and add it to the other parts of your face. Blend it in all pretty, and voila. It's not that big a deal if you mess up a little. Next, I'm going to use an IT Cosmetics angled brush, and I mix some Mocha Java Shadow Sense with some Onyx Shadow Sense, and I'm just applying that all over my brows. I have a really dark brown hair color, so the Mocha Java is just a little too pale for me. So once you're done adding the finishing touches, you can just take a step back and marvel at the artwork you just added to your face. Then I'm going to take a old an old mascara spoolie and just clean up my brow hairs and make sure they're laying the direction I want them to lay before I do my other eyebrow. So just add a little bit of shadow sense at a time and blend it in, add more, blend it in. You don't want to add a whole bunch at once, otherwise you're going to get some really globbed up areas. And if you accidentally overdraw, just wipe it up with your finger. So it's pretty easy peasy. I rest my wrist on my face to give my hand a little more stability. So that's all I'm saying right there. So that's all you got to do. Then I'm going to take a little bit of Mocha Java Shadow Sense on a Sigma E35 brush and just apply that to the creases of my eyeball. So just blend that in really, really well. There's nothing fancy to this. You're just taking a really fluffy brush and adding some Mocha Java to your crease. I don't like my eyeshadow to go down too far past the corners of my eyes, so I just was cleaning it with my finger. And then you're going to do the same thing, get some more Mocha Java and buff it into, well, not buff it, but blend it into the crease of your eyeball. Yay, you're looking fabulous. So I just blend it out really, really well, and then I don't like it to drag too far down, so I'm cleaning it with my finger and just adjusting the shape of my eyeshadow. This is Candlelight Shadow Sense, and I can't keep my eye shut apparently, so I kind of messed up right there. But you're just applying Candlelight Shadow Sense onto the actual lid, and then you're just basically taking it to the edge of your crease and cleaning up that line. So this is super duper easy, I promise, and I bet you guys look fabulous. So yeah, Candlelight Shadow Sense is like a peachy nude color, and you're going to do the same thing on the other eye, just using a flat packing brush. I'm just kind of like patting and like smoothing into the crease to kind of give you that cut crease look. Next, we're going to go back in with that same fluffy brush with no extra product and just kind of clean up that crease. Next, using Onyx Shadow Sense, we're going to use a really thin liner brush, and we're just going to apply that all over our lid to give us a cat liner. So you're going to use very small strokes and just do a lot of like cleaning up. I just do really, really thin strokes, and then if I make a mistake, I just take my nail and just clean it just a bit like that, and it gives you a really crisp line. Same thing with your other eye. My brush is being rude, so I was giving it the look. Do the same thing, thin strokes, and then I actually rest my wrist on my face to give me a more stable hand, like I was saying earlier. This really is going to help you when it comes to precise liner like this. Next, we're going to apply our Black Lash Sense. It's just our mascara, and this stuff is awesome. It is not thick or cakey at all. Then, make your mascara faces. And I did apply this to my lower lashes. I just didn't show it on camera. Then, we're going to take a little bit of Candlelight Shadow Sense and clean up our eyeshadow and eyeliner lines, just to make them look extra pretty. The last product we're going to apply is our Lip Sense. This stuff is awesome. This is the color Praline Rose. It's a gorgeous nude matte color. So I'm just going to let it dry between layers. So have a dance party while you're letting it dry, because what else are you supposed to do? Then apply our second layer. Super thin layers. Keep your lips spread wide while you're applying, and then just let it dry again. So fan your lips, admire your lashes, all the things you got to do while it dries. Apply your third and final layer. Ooh, it's so pretty. So this color is super gorgeous, you guys. Oh my goodness. I don't give it enough credit because I like bright, obnoxious colors most of the time. Anyways, last thing we're going to do is apply matte gloss. I actually already applied a little bit of glossy gloss underneath this. This is just going to make it more moisturized, and it's just going to feel way better if you apply glossy before your matte gloss. So just rub your lips together and then admire your handiwork, because, I mean, dang, girl, we just, created a masterpiece. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so fluff your hair. Enjoy life.